um, the the United Party chairman fire got to his house, starting with his car, and so burning his property. I'm told that somebody, a resident of his facility, got severely wounded in the process, and this is something that's very serious. Now, the United Party had gone already to accuse the government of masterminding the attack against, their political lead, their chairman, not political lead, their chairman. Uh, but the ruling party rubbish the claim, the insinuation from the opposition Unity Party, former ruling party, that there's no way the government, the ruling party, will mastermind such a thing, because it's something that will cause problem. In fact, the CDC would not do that. So the CDC chairman said, if the United Party should find people responsible for the action against them, or against their chairman, the chairman of their party, they should be able to look, amongst themselves, because just a couple of weeks ago they came from Banga County, where they had their convention. The convention was marked by some other acts of violence, in the area. And even that, Mr. Amos Tue, who's now the Secretary General of the party, he alleged that he saw the chairman of the ruling party in Bond County, and even the violence over there was instigated by the CDC. So they infiltrated their system, and they carry out violence in the area. So right now, there's this back-to-back conversation. Ambassador Joseph Yimambuaka has said that experts, professional people who understand this kind of investigation, should form part of this investigation, in ensuring that they find a common ground, they find the perpetrators of the action against their chairman. There is this story that we used to, we're growing up, we used to hear, um, that there was a trap set in a bathroom, and cat will always go to the people and tell the people that, hey, this trap is a terrible trap. This trap could cause problem for some of you big animals, like cow, like goat, because the market, you and I know that when there's party around, no one is going to go look for cat. People are going to look for cow. People are going to look for goat. People are going to look for sheep. And this trap is set in the bathroom. The king wife had gone to have a shower. Snake had gotten stuck in the trap. Snake is so angry, the venom has come red to the teeth. Snake bit the king's wife. It didn't take long. The king died. The king's wife died, and there was a big feast called for. Mr. Cat is passing around innocently. Before you gotta know, the king get order. Y'all go to my farm and grab 2 cows, 2 sheep, 2 goats, and bring them. Let's kill them. Had they listened to Cat's advice, I don't think some of them would have been killed during that time. They would have still lived, even though they would have died anyway, no matter what. But they would have still lived, to enjoy some things. But unfortunately, they did not heed to Cat's advice. What am I saying? All the war drums will be around here. Everybody, one way or the other, could be a potential victim of the situation. All of us, one way or the other, could be a potential victim of the situation in this country. Here is this man, all through his life, he's struggled to, put his family together, waking up one morning to that kind of disaster, to that kind of situation. Whoever did that, whether the person is from within the United Party, because there are concerns that there are some dissatisfaction. All right. There's some dissatisfaction in the party. Some people are not just happy about about the way the process went. There was this hand-picking delegation. Some of them said some members of the delegation were compromised and all of that. But this election, politics as a whole, is about compromise. It's about compromises. So you are here today. You have to compromise for this person because you believe that this person is the right person to do the work and all of that. In the absence of that, you say, well, this is not, the right thing. Let me move on from here to. So it's about compromise. Dissatisfaction, has swollen amongst the people. in the United Party, according to information gathered and out there in the public. But can that lead to the chairman of the party's property being attacked? Even if you attack his property, his property, you burn down his house, you do whatever you want to do to him. If you did that, what's going to happen is he going to say, okay, I think because I became chairman of this party, that's the reason why I am not, I'm being attacked. When I was not chairman of the party, my home was not attacked. Do you think he's going to relinquish his position? I don't think so. Again, on the other hand, even if it is the ruling party, the CDC, why would the CDC want to go attack the home of the United Party chairman? Is he a formidable force? Or maybe the ruling party allegedly did it to disorientate him in a way that he wouldn't concentrate much on the election ahead. Whatever angle we take it from, I think the bottom line is better the police, the security get involved in investigating that act. It's a serious thing, and it's not just the United Party. It could be another party tomorrow. It could be another public official. It could be a journalist tomorrow. When these things happen, we alarm on these things. It's not because maybe somebody has a side, but it's basically because there's a very important thing that we all need to look at: peace. All of us, the thing we look for in this life is peace. So it's very, very important, very, very important that the government launch an investigation. The government has since denied the allegation levied against it by the United Party. The United Party too levying an allegation against the CDC. You know, so they say, why burden of proof rely on the accuser, right? The person who accuses someone is the person that also has a little tax to provide some proof. So maybe when the investigation is launched, Mr. Amos Tuer, who's the Secretary General of the party, may be invited to provide further information. But either ways, both the United Party, the ANC, and every other party should condemn Mr. Yeke Koluba. Remember, I told you about trap in a bathroom, right? Today, we have an opposition political man or representative saying, I am going to formulate, or in fact, probably he's already conducting the training. And the information is that his family is not here. He has bought a property in Dubai. He's taking his wife and maybe kids or kid to Dubai to stay. What does that signal? That why if this man really means well to protect people, why can't he keep his family here and protect his family first? You listen to you getting the logic? Mr. Yeke Koluba wants to protect the opposition, but he's not brave to keep his family around to protect the opposition, to protect even the family. Before you protect the opposition in general, you see, unfortunately, Mr. Yeke Koluba, you could not protect the home of Chairman Luther Tappe. You could not protect the home of Chairman Luther Tappe. Maybe you should be assigning people now to the private homes of prominent opposition leaders. But either ways, right? We need to condemn Mr. Koluba, Mr. Yeke Koluba's decision to even come up and make that kind of assertion. But the thing about politics is about interest. So once these people are interested in what this man is saying, nobody wants to come out now to condemn the man. But let's move on to another development. I've been looking at the story involving the chairman, the youth chair of the ANC, Mr. James Morris. It's very interesting. This guy, according to the information, he went missing, and there's an alarm information circulated on social media. Our chairman, our youth chairman is missing, and all of that and thing. Mr. Morris, according to the information, had gone somewhere. The last time he was seen was at the headquarters of the ANC. And, he was going somewhere. He got into a commercial car around 6 p.m. But Mr. Morris, while going, some of the party members wanted to join him. It was on the 12th of August. Some of the members from the youth wing wanted to join him, said, no, nobody should follow him. He was going somewhere. So around 6 p.m., he boarded a commercial vehicle from the headquarters of the ANC. Wherever he went to, the folks did not follow. He said he was going for a program. The night passed. I think the following day, we saw that the ANC came out with a statement, the youth wing, that their party, the youth wing chair party, the chairman of the youth wing of the ANC, sorry, had gone missing. And that took over social media greatly. People circulated that on social media, that, well, this is what happened and so. But after a while, um, before one could even give more attention to finding out what actually happened with this man, this chairman of the party of the youth wing chair of the ANC came up with another statement that, well, um, our chairman has returned and he's safe and sound. The information we gather about him is that he went somewhere, and unfortunately, he went he went out of coverage area. Let me read the flip flopping statement that came from the ANC. And this one, it says, "We are happy that James is at home with his family." All right. No, let me read the direct quote. "We've just been notified by the family of James P. Morris, our ANC National Youth Chairman, that he has returned home safe and sound. James was out of communication because his phones had lost charge. We want to thank everyone for raising the alarm and providing information to ascertain his whereabouts and ensure his safety. In these uncertain times, we have a responsibility to bring attention to any person who cannot be accounted for in a 24-hour period and err on the side of caution. We are happy that James is at home with his family, and we want to thank the partisans of the ANC, the general public, and the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice and Ministry of State, for their assistance in this matter." The ANC statement read. So they agree that they erred, but in their error, if you read the second paragraph of the story, it says the statement. It says person who cannot be accounted for in these uncertain times. We have a responsibility to bring attention to any person who cannot be accounted for in a 24-hour period and err on the side of caution. So the ANC youth wing is saying, yeah, it was an error on their part to have blown alarm quickly regarding this matter. But they accept that, yes, they have erred, but their error is on the side of caution. And I couldn't agree more. Of course, right now, given the security situation of the country, if you do not see your brother one or two times, your relative 1 or 2, 3 days, and you know that this person comes home all the time, they comes home on time, it's very important that you raise some concerns. So they agree that, yes, we hurriedly went with this statement, we published this. It was an error on our part. But while we accept the error is an error of caution. We're just being cautious of the fact that things are not okay in this country. So let's blow the alarm. And I think it was necessary that the alarm was blown. But again, to the young man, sometimes I know, you move around. You, like, when you go, you get your power bank. You can't tell me that, Mr. Morris does not have a power bank that he uses most of the time. That's the reason why, because the cell phone will use them so much, you can't trust the cell phones that will keep power for you for 5, 6, 7 hours. You are there chatting, you're writing something on social media, you're responding to emails, you're responding to other things, you're making phone calls. Everything is depending on that battery. Every activity you're doing with the phone, it is the battery that is keeping that phone operating. While you may have to recharge data to do other transaction or interaction on social media, but you need solid battery in your phone to ensure that you execute whatever task you need. So you also need to get a backup. And I hope Mr. Morris will do that next time. And Morris, a brother. I tried reaching out to him yesterday. I couldn't get him. Maybe his phone is still off. To see whether I could have him here this morning to have a conversation. I hope I can get him on the line at 8 o'clock. To tell me how he's doing and all of that, and what his reaction is about the situation out there in the public. So yeah, 3 developments we brought to your attention this morning. Yes, the ANC thing. We want to hear from you what you think about it. We want to hear from you what you think about the United Party statement. We want to hear from you what you think about the tour in Montserrat County of President George Weah. Do you think it's going to add something? Because the CDC has been defeated here in two elections. by Senator Darius DeLong. So this tour, do you think is going to change the narrative ahead of 2023 elections? Do you think it was really strategic on the part of the president that he started from other counties and ended with Montserrat, vote-rich Montserrat County, a county that is mostly contended for by many parties during elections? Let's have a conversation with you. Call us on those numbers: 07777 07777 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. Call us on those numbers: 07777 07777 777 07777 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program. Welcome. This is Sky Money Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 o'clock. Today is Monday. It is the 15th day of August 2022. Let's have a conversation with you. What do you make of these assertions out there in the public regarding, United Party awesome attack against its chairman's property, and the statement that it's blaming the ruling party, of masterminding, the action against their chairman. The ANC Youth Wing Chair is back. He's been found. He's not missing anymore. Um, he had gone missing, according to the party, but he did not go missing. By the way, he went somewhere. His phone went off, and he couldn't get a replacement immediately. For battery replacement. Right now we're using inbuilt phones with inbuilt batteries. So if you do not have backup power, you find it difficult to keep to stay on, and that's the problem we are having right now. It's a technological age, but the age comes with a lot of challenges. Until you can be able to prepare yourself for the challenges that come with technology, you will mostly be a victim of technology. But let's have a conversation. Call us on those numbers: 07777 107 07777 are the numbers you can call us on to
Hello?
participate. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm just calling direct from Ghana to supermarket.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. Make your point.
Your background noisy.
Go ahead.
Your background noisy. I'm not getting you good.
Make your point. You are live. I'm getting you.
Yeah, what I'm saying, your background too bad. I'm not getting you.
My background? I'm sitting in a very quiet place. If my background is bad, call us on those numbers: 07777 107 07777 221 07777 107 07777 221 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. Like I said, at 8 o'clock, we're going to be going to Kinjaw, Grand Cape Mount County, where we're going to be speaking with Dr. Edwin Zodwa on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
This is Ada Zonim.
Mr. Zonim, go ahead.
I called to speak to the issue with the ANC youth chair.
Go ahead.
I'm not going political this morning. There's going to be social pep talk. This thing that I usually tell my colleagues, peers, and friends, family members, it is good for all of us. Even if the country is not bad, it's just good that when you leave your home, it is fair enough to just tell your fiancé or your mother or father or kids that I'm going out, I will be with XYZ person. Maybe you don't want to say the nature of your visit, just cite one of two persons. It's good for you. Even my son, sometimes when I go out, the hour he expects to see me, like you said earlier, they worry. Where is that? It's unusual to not seeing him. So maybe they not have the power bank, or the power bank is be discharged as well. Just let people know. There is nothing wrong with it. It's just a talk for all of us that are listening to it this morning to practice this thing. It's good for our safety. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
Thanks for your contribution on the program, Mr. Zonim, and I think that's a good one there. Let's hear you two. Call us on those numbers: 07777 107 07777 221 the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. It was also a good thing on the part of the ANC youth wing to have blown alarm on the mysterious disappearance of their chairman. But again, the chairman too needs to do some work. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
This is DJ Lemay calling from Corwin.
Mr. Lomé, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. Two important issues quickly.
Hmm.
One with the ANC chairman.
Yeah.
I think the ANC chairman never did right to the Liberian people. Matthias, if you live in your home, whether you're not married or with men that he married, he should buy his wife number of hair. Even if his phone go off, where you were asked for 1 minute for one of your friends, and at least let me call my wife and then let her know what happened. My phone is going off. Because the wife the one, according to the story, the wife the one that blew the alarm, said, I can see my husband.
Yeah.
And because he failed to communicate with the woman, that was brought it in. And the ANC too were not wrong. Matthias, can you remember a case right in court where we have Abraham Robert coming with bodies in bodies bed and open your crate to put the bodies inside, and that alarm blew around one. Saying that alarm blew, we reported that case to Zone 1 police station here. Nothing came out of that case, and it just went up like that. Look at that magistrate, I know a magistrate white from Net in Grand Chile.
Yeah.
Since that man got missing. Up to now,
And DJ Lomé, you forgetting to mention the pastor that also went missing in Caldwell.
And for the United Party issue, for me, what I got problem with is that the two fire truck will be in the president yard. President yard, not to the fire station, but in the president yard. For them to say they got fuel inside and no water in it, and not too far from the chairman house. To me, that when my investigation go, I believe that something went on wrong. God forbid, if we were not telling Maggie or something to where you're going to see fire trucks over there, you're going to see the president of police. But saying that thing happened, we started to blow alarm by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock before the requisite or who go in that pump. So what was going on? That you tell me say fire truck in the president yard, it got no gas with no water. Then they call you, you never post for there of the after 12 to 1 o'clock before you went there. Something was happening. So for that investigation, I believe I stay ground with them until they can come up with that investigation. But we wait to see the investigation. Thank you for the program, my brother.
Thanks for the contribution, Mr. Lomé. And while Mr. Lomé was mentioning people who have disappeared mysteriously, I also thought about a pastor. I think a Methodist pastor somewhere from the Caldwell area who got missing some time ago, and his congregation put up 500,000 ransom. Let's say ransom, all right. For him, whoever finds him from anywhere, you bring the information, you get 500,000 Liberian dollars. But till now, he's not been found. So yes, the ANC youth wing was right to have blown alarm on it, given the fact that the man's family blew alarm that hey, we have this issue. We have not seen our father, in Liberia, in Africa as a whole, whether you are earning much or not, once you wake up in the morning, you go on your hustle. You have a lot of people hanging on you. That man is not seen by his wife maybe for a day or two. It's a serious thing. She gets concerned, and I think she was right too to have blown alarm. But I couldn't agree more with Mr. Lomé that these kind of things. When something happens, you go to places, your phone goes off. I do that some of the time, more especially when we do outstation thing. Even when I'm out of credit, you should remember the both numbers of your partner. You call directly and say, "Honey, hey, I'm somewhere. I might not make it home today because of this engagement and that engagement, but my phone is down. That's why I'm calling on this number." That way you will prevent the lady from raising concern, because if you do that like 2-3 days, it brings concern. Well, on the issue of the United Party chairman fire situation there, whether there was fire trucks in the president's compound that could be used to go and quench the fire in the compound of the United Party. Politics, Mr. Lomé and other people here, politics is so deadly here. All right, it's so deadly that people just once you are not on the side of this person, that somebody is having issue, sometimes if you are even crying, you're dying, once you're not on the side of the people. Most times, your tears don't matter. They don't feel like tears of a human. They feel like just tears of opposition man. He's an opposition. So whatever happens to him, that's his business. And we do these things like we sometimes it appears to me like we're losing some part of our moral sense simply because of politics. Let's hear from this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello?
Let's hear you. Good morning.
Yes.
Go ahead, make your point.
Well, I'm hearing some cracking in the background, but this is brown Tate.
Go ahead, Mr. Tate.
Yeah. Are you getting me?
You're live. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. I'm not really getting.
Oh my God, this is really really bad. Kindly put the speaker on. Maybe that will further amplify the, stuff. Call us on the numbers 0777 221 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. Good morning. All right. I know I was reading something yesterday talking about politics here and the way we do our politicking. All these things we do, protecting our political interest, from one party to another and all of that. We don't even do what is really required of us as a people to ensure that our nations get better. I was reading this story and it was published the 12th about this Paraguayan vice president. Did you know that he resigned? He's resigned his position as vice president of Paraguay after U.S. sanctions. In Liberia today, Vani Sherman is under sanction by the United States government. Can he resign the Senate position? Let's hear from this person. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. All right, call us on those numbers 0777 107 0777 221 223 0777 107 0777 221 223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program. This is Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Mataya.
Let's hear you, sir.
My name is Sam Zo Apun from Kakasa.
Go ahead, from Kakata.
Yeah, thank you this morning for your various starting points. My attention is being drawn to the completing of the country tour by the president. I think the president completing the tour in Monserrado is laudable because that is a residential home for the president. It's better that he reach out to the outside country to conclude over there, and then there will be another plan again for tour. So the visitation of the president in the Monserrado 17th district is laudable. I want to commend the president for that.
Okay. Thank you so much there from Kakata, Magibi County. We're going to take a break on this segment of the program. When we come back, we'll continue with more interactions here. This is Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. The viewer is not going on again this morning. Then the producers will just substitute it with some music, maybe Heaven from Akman in Sierra Leone. It says, from Sierra Leone, it says, certain people will go heaven, some will not go heaven. He's not too sure whether some people will go heaven. But as for some people, nothing, not a poor, they are going to heaven. This is Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We're going to be reaching to Dr. Edwin Zodua at 8 o'clock. That is after this break, to talk to us about the situation in Kinjo and how are the people, responding to the EPA's report regarding bee mounting spillage of chemical in the area. We'll be right back after this.
Nothing no de puelam. Nothing no de puelam. Nothing no de puelam. Yeah, man. LJ, they go heaven. Nothing no de puelam. Adebayo, they go heaven. Nothing no de puelam. Black Christmas, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Musa Tombo, they go heaven. Now for the color. Into myself, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. With the French China Nikki for go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Exalites, they go heaven. They get out. LAC, they go heaven. I don't know. We living by His grace, so live the life you love the life you live. Make you not go say if I be no. Now one time man they die, one time man they better. Opportunity come but once. Make you not go say if I be no. You self they go heaven, me self they go heaven. We all they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. If I pay the flight for go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. And next by Kogoma, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Article fire, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. I know say Fatima, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. They say for the Sanko, they go heaven. I don't know. Nothing on the Puelam. Nothing on the Puelam. Nothing on the Puelam. Yeah, man. LAJ, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Adebayo, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Black Christmas, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Musa Tombo, they go heaven. Now for the color. Into myself, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. With the French China Nikki for go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Exalites, they go heaven. They get out. LAC, they go heaven. I don't know. We living by His grace, so live the life you love the life you live. Make you not go say if I be no. Now one time man they die, one time man they better. Opportunity come but once. Make you not go say if I be no. You self they go heaven, me self they go heaven. We all they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. If I pay the flight for go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. And next by Kogoma, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. Article fire, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. I know say Fatima, they go heaven. Nothing on the Puelam. They say for the Sanko, they go heaven. I don't know.
You know, I don't know how I look for Tano.
Oh me, oh my Lord, oh me, oh, oh me, oh me. Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching? They won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now you're wedding day, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now you're wedding day, let me poo you. Timo, call them Shaka Timo. Chimon, they belong in Chimon. Putting count to those that can wait. You not back on, you now around the place. So you bounce, see they joke and fed them face. Jealous say we get them today. I say, Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching, they won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now your wedding day, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. On your wedding day, let me poo you. The way you feel about me, can I stop my blessing? And you run things, what is stressing? Let me poo you, mama, on your wedding day. I buy the ring, I won't put it on you. Chicken soup, sweet jelly, chicken soup. Pepper soup, sweet jelly, pepper soup. Then I for you, but you getting wild, well. Got a ring, and you got it, man, oh. Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching, they won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. On your wedding day, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now your wedding day, let me poo you. Popo, 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 popo. In that womio, womio, womio. All my haters, I say, oh me. Man, you expensive. Too expensive. Loving is priceless. Today a day, my mind joy. You know, tell you. Spirit play again for Jesse. That is message.
Nothing no de puelam. Nothing no de puelam. Nothing no de puelam. Yeah, man. LJ, they go heaven. Nothing no de puelam. Adebayo, they go heaven. Nothing no de puelam. Blacka, Christmas, they go heaven. Nothing no de puelam. Musa Tombo, they go heaven. Now for the color. Into myself, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. With the French China Nikki for go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Exalites, they go heaven. They get out. LAC, they go heaven. I don't know. We living by His grace, so live the life you love the life you live. Make you not go say if I be no. Now one time man they die, one time man they better. Opportunity come but once. Make you not go say if I be no. You self they go heaven, me self they go heaven. We all they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. If I pay the flight for go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. And next by Kogoma, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Article for you, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. I know say Fatima, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. They say for the Sanko, they go heaven. I don't know. You
know, I don't know how you get for Tano. But it look like say God get for saw you for money no more.
And even yourself that's singing over there, God gotta get God gotta peace out for you because he's judging people, yeah. The other person will go heaven, other people, yeah. You're not too sure. But welcome back to the program Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We're here Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 o'clock. We are finding it difficult to get our guest on the line, Dr. Edwin Zodwa from Kinjaw, Grand Cape Mount County. He had showed us that we were going to speak with him this morning, but unfortunately, we are not getting him. Let's see whether we can take 5 minutes to, react to this song. In Liberia, if you were asked to do the selection for the people, the people qualified to go heaven, and those who disqualified to go heaven or from going heaven, who are those that will not have access to even the gate, And Mark, you didn't get the end of the song, Anyway, I sent it to you via WhatsApp. Try you get it online. And you play the end of the song, you hear the man say, Papa God, lock the gate, lock the gate. He said, lock the gate. I'm telling you, he said, as long as you know that the red people entering heaven, Papa God, lock the gate. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Fine, thank you. Let's hear you, Michael, the speakers. Go ahead. Hello. It's the technology is not agreeing with you this morning to make contribution. I mean, it's your third time calling, and only you having the problem. Other people are getting through. So call us on the numbers 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223, 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate. Let's talk 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, then we change, we transition to another talking point quickly. We have a number of things to discuss. Every day, Liberia can never get shut on news. But let's talk for 5 minutes. Tell us what you think about the song. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Joseph. I'm from supermarket. Yeah, my own contribution is based on the burning of the Unity Party chairman. But let's just assume we hear that they stole a television or whatsoever thing from the president, or there within a week later we heard against somebody, they say the Unity Party chairman is born. And Unity Party, that is the CDC, are the major political party in Liberia. If something happened to the president this week, the other week in Unity Party, my question is where we're going with the Liberians. Is there something going on with the citizens of the country we don't know about within these two political parties? Because something happened to the ruling party, another day, the opposition party, another bad thing will happen to them. So it's like these two political parties have something to tell us with the Liberians. Because we can't be living in a country just a problem every day. Sir, even you can see some representatives will take their children and their women go another country, another real government.
All right. He left the line. He's more concerned about the situation involving the United Party. But let me just quickly recap on the few things we highlighted this morning, just to add one or two developments and continue with the conversation with you, the public. We talked about the situation involving the chairman of the United Party. There's a report of an arson attack against his family, his resident. His car got burned. A house there got burned. I think somebody, a resident in his compound, got also hurt in the process by the fire. The United Party has since blamed the ruling party of masterminding the attack against their chairman. The ruling party disagree, deny that. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias.
Let's hear you, sir.
David Harris, my call from district from Justin.
Mr. Harris, go ahead.
And thank you for your talking point this morning. Matthias, on the issue of the United Party chair, let's say regardless of our religious affiliation, our political party affiliation, those fires.
Mr. Harris, are you in a noisy background or what?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. As I said, regardless of our religion or party affiliation, those fire trucks were purchased with our taxpayer money. And wheresoever fire is, those are in authority to make sure the truck go there to carry out carry out that function to see into it that they cause us the fire and so on. So wherever fire is, if those are in authority and the fire service that will not make sure that the stock go there and see into it that they carry out their function, no, it is wrong. And lastly, on the issue of what you just said, when you leave your house to go out there, you make sure you got your children, your wife, or your brothers, and so on, number all pair. That whenever your phone go off or something wrong, or your phone went loose, you call and tell whosoever passing shoot in your location. Whenever something goes wrong, they'll be able to come and check for you. So thank you this morning for the platform.
Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. The president is doing his last leg of the tour, the county tour in Liberia, country or county tour, because he's visited several other counties. But he's ending now with Montserrat County, and he's starting today, starting with district 15, 16, and 17. Then he continues tomorrow to other areas. What do you make of that? What is it? Is that going to add something to the CDC ahead of the election in 2023? Because right now preparations are being made, by either political party in the country. Everybody is yearning for victory. Nobody is going to say, well, my organization is going to be defeated. And so, we would have loved to have a conversation this morning with Mr. Amos Tuer, but it seems his engagement cannot permit him. Yeah. But let's hear from this person.
Good morning, Mata.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling from American Spain.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that story is very interesting. Very interesting. And secondly, I would like to speak on the issue of the youth party. I mean, this is Liberia. This too is Liberia. Anywhere you go this time, you gotta be protective of yourself. Because the president said it plain blank that we must protect ourselves. So the main family were concerned. You know what I mean? 2 days you're full up. And like people that died, people lost it. So I don't think it was bad for the family and the party to come up with a quick statement. Yeah.
Okay.
And concerning the party, the president tour in Maserado, let you go to the people. Let's see what will come on it. Let you go to the people. The rural area, let's proceed. The roads are very bad in Maserado. So let you go see the people condition and relating condition. Let you go see it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mata.
Thanks for your contribution on the program as well this morning. Call us on those numbers: 0777 0777 221 223. Let's also extend condolences to the Catholic Church in Liberia. It is bereaved as Bishop Louis Zickler is dead. Let's extend condolences to the Catholic Church as they mourn their loss. It's a great loss for the Catholic organization here. And it also says a lot about us as a people. All right, that we can leave this place at any time. We're just strangers. We're just passing by. This is not our home. We're just passing by. So let's be mindful on the things we do, how we treat each other, how we live with one another. It's very important that we do that. But let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Let's hear you, sir.
Robert Nwaku from District 17.
Go ahead.
Let me say to my Catholic brother, Nomaya, God send and God take it. So let us just keep working for our Lord.
Go ahead.
But Matthias, let me come to you. The president tour, I hear it had happened before, and it will continue to happen. When times come for the election, people got to pass for people to see them. So it's not a bad thing. Let him pass and see it. We will determine 2023. So it's nothing that we can talk about. Matthias, I got something in my mind, though you put up some points. Okay. I think when the government came into power, they used the word pro-poor. Can some of you help me? I don't understand what pro-poor, what it means. Under this pro-poor regime, how are we going to live? Live like king or live like poor people? If it is like that, I want to know why is it that we're living the way we're living? You make us to believe that the parents of this country who have the children in public school are very poor, and so you said to them, free education, free days, free that. Was it meant to just confuse us? Because the free education, we're not seeing it. Parents are crying every day in public school, money that are being paid in public school. If you are following it, we get to know what I'm talking about. Is this the meaning of propos? And nobody is checking it. Nobody want to know what happened to the parents. They cry. Right now, God is being disobedient. Have you been on some of the campus and know how much you pay for the car before you receive the car? Before you receive the car, the school is about to open again. But you charge a car to pay for a car, you call it appreciation. Mataya, you guys are working. Please check it out for me in the public school. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. But pro means for the poor. That I think is an elementary, expression that anybody will understand. Pro is for, con is against, and I know that's what we know in school. So if you say pro, you're for this thing. If you say pro, it means the organization came in and the organization came purposely for for the poor people. If that is not the case, all right, then we have to wait and see, whether they are living up to the true meaning of pro-poor or not. That 2023 will tell. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Mata.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just a Tupana Sanjo, calling from Upper Carry, Louisiana, in God recommended specifically.
Go ahead, sir.
The matter, and 3 months ago, I was having lecture with one other fellow. Immediately he described his side as not civilian, but he told me one thing. And as a moment I began to realize that the statement made by the fellow, it can't pass. You know what? Matter what the brother told me. He said, I'm not supporting the government, but the report I heard that it said for not next year you will see the government machinery that will be deploying, that will be carrying that activity that will be concerned to everybody, and the people are making sure that they say that they come to election, will make sure the move where the legal will not be afforded to buy and cover tea, but you will make sure you are that we're going to be afforded to buy cover tea because we're discussing that he was in a teacher. He told me that government will make sure that you can replace what a leg is not. And I began realizing that being a local buyer, that's I see it. And that is thing that going on. I mean, the United Party chairman attack, when I monitor, they feed on Banana FM, the people make it from out of it. Special one lady from Carton to call a Man City, people defender. He said, the more that what men of God is that he said that God putting the man, the party chairman, in the party chairman. You see, that's a problem. And the one thing, the amazing about it, he answers still me. It's what observing is a tactic. Look, what we see, I'm calling to now for me to intervene, or else for another next year, the thing that we see will be more of it.
Okay.
Mata, first to conclude that, let me tell my Kelly brother because by the way, I'm a Kelly.
Okay.
Let me send my condolences to Louis Ziegler, who is my bishop. Thank you very much.
Thank you. He's no more. Thank you for your contribution on the program this morning, sir. You're welcome every time. Call us on those numbers 0777 0777 221 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. I was reading a story here, and I thought to just bring it to for our Liberian setting. It's very important that we highlight these things because you see, a nation whose government run on morality, strong moral principles, very sure people are going to consider that, hey, today I cannot do this thing because of this, because of that. And it's very important that we look at certain things. Let me read this development from Paraguay. All right. This man is vice president from Paraguay. Do we have a okay? Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
I need to tell you that presentation Mamos of the country.
Go ahead.
Matthias, I don't make it advise within the party and the opposition labs. They shouldn't be prepared. The government is making sure to put that confusion in the camp so they will not focus on campaigning. They will not focus on changing the government. The same thing they had the government go for almost 2 years and they lost Lofa. The CPB Chakra, the Body Party Chakra, divided into two. So the government are on feed again. All the tactics they are playing is to distract their attention from the happening to checkmate them. So the opposition has to be very careful, Matthias. They have to be careful,
Okay.
or else it will not be easy 2022.
Thank you. So let's go to this development. When I get through reading this, we continue with the conversation with you. But listening is very important. You listen to this story, compare with some of our leaders in this country that have sanctions on them by the US. See what actions they've taken. Apart from that, people accused of corruption, even some people caught who hens were caught in a cookies jar. What actions did they take? In Africa here, we continue to hold on to public office because that's the only way many of us can survive. If we leave public office, we go broke. So it's not a matter of integrity, it's not a matter of moral, it's a matter of what I can get now while I am still there. But this is Paraguay. Um, Paraguay's vice president, Hugo Velasquez, announced his resignation Friday and pulled out of the running for next year's presidential election after he was sanctioned by Washington for significant corruption. He should have been the one succeeding the current president. The U.S. State Department had earlier released a statement from Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying Velasquez would be barred from entering the United States due to his involvement in significant corruption, including bribery of a public official and interference in public processes. Velasquez was hoping to stand for election next year as Paraguay's president, including the current leader, Mario Abdo Benitez, are limited to a single 5-year term. The decision to step aside is to not affect the president or the Colorado party, Velasquez told 1080 AM radio station. I am retiring from politics. It was the last stage of my career. If it couldn't happen, what are we to do? He continues. Several family members were also sanctioned, as well as Juan Carlos Duarte, a close friend and legal advisor to the company that runs the major Yarrita hydroelectric power station. Velasquez denied the U.S. allegations and insisted he has a clean conscience. He had been a candidate for the ruling Colorado party's December primaries ahead of next year's election. The U.S. sanctions relate to Duarte offering a bribe to a Paraguayan public official in order to obstruct an investigation that threatened the vice president and his financial interest, said Blinken. Imagine this man could stay in his country and defend himself. Maybe he could use money to win election. Maybe he could use money to still become president. Or maybe the US could interfere in his election. Maybe he knows best. But the lesson here, however, is that somebody has realized that, listen, with the allegation against me, there's no way I'm going to continue. I'm going to go on to contest for the presidency. In fact, he's not just resigning as vice president, but he's retiring from politics in the whole country. The U.S. said this may have significant corruption. How about Varney Sherman, Councilor Varney Sherman from Grand Cape Mount County? The reports are all available here that even his assets outside of Liberia have been seized. That's the reason why recently, when the issue of this LACC law came about, a lot of people said the likes of Councilor Sherman would sit there. I'm just singling him out as one person, but there are several others here who have sanctioned on them. That these people, no matter how well people respect them in terms of understanding the law, understanding certain things in the country, they will still go on to sign on to certain things because they're broke. They amass wealth dishonestly, and now their dishonesty is haunting them. But how do we build Africa? How do we build our continent? How do we build our nation when all our leaders seek is remaining in power, staying in office, continuing to steal from the very office that they occupy, that is given to them by the people to take care of? They are caretakers, but they want to live large than the people whose property they're taking care of, the citizens. When you accuse them of corruption, they justify, they organize, groups that will be able to defend them in the public. You've or this group organized this group against the prosecution of Mr. X, Y, and Z. This group against the prosecution of Mr. This, Mr. That. This group is against the prosecution of Mr. This, Mr. That. Because when they do so, they get public sentiment, and in less than no time, whatever issue is swept under the carpet. And it's very, very important that sometimes we go back to these, we go to these international wires, grab some of this development, bring them back home and see how we can pin our people to ensure that they accept certain things. But it's not going to be possible anyhow in Liberia to see somebody resigning because you accuse them of corruption. Even if the person's hand is caught in a cookies jar until they are dismissed. The only person that can take action against any corrupt person here is the justice system. But if they can infiltrate the justice system, there's no way they're going to be defeated or they're going to be prosecuted. Let's hear from this person. Call us on the numbers 07777 07777 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. This is Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. You're here Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 o'clock. We're having conversation on a variety of issues this morning. We'll talk about the mysterious alleged disappearance of the ANC youth wing chair and his subsequent disappearance and reappearance. But the information is that he didn't actually, he went somewhere, but unfortunately he went out of coverage area. So his phone was off. He couldn't communicate with his family, and his family blew alarm that, well, this is something. The family panicked, and the ANC youth wing took the decision to say, okay, well, we have to communicate this to the public. Our chairman cannot be missing. Now the ANC said, well, we know that it was an error, but this is an error that was based on being cautious of the situation in the country. We're just being cautious of the situation in the country. So yes, it's good for us to err with caution. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling from Troy.
Go ahead, sir.
Concerning the disappearance and reappearance of the ANC,
yeah,
saying that you are out of country and could not get to the family. I think that's idea. I don't know. Whenever you are going somewhere, your wife or your immediate family member must know. So even your phone or your leader, if your camera is on, let's find his phone off. So I think it's just looking for some public, so that people can recognize their opposition here.
Well, I don't. Go ahead. Just lay your thought.
Yeah, so anywhere, you just went somewhere lying and then he's going to say, at the end of the day, somebody is not getting in, they just put island. Before you say somebody is missing, proper investigation, all those immediately that they can meet every day, they will be asked. Announcement will be made. It's 72 hours before you come up with any other thing. So I don't know.
But I think it was up to 72 hours.
good area around here. Even though we know that things are happening, we agree, but sometimes we don't get capitalized on what it is there escalate because you want to interpret sentiment.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. And that's it. That's your own contribution. But to say, man, he did it intentionally. If somebody ever said that, if I did hear you say that, I don't think it's necessary for us to say this guy did this thing. Something could happen to him. I think the ESC youth wing was right. To have done the announcement that way. That's why they said their error was based on caution. But let's read a statement here their from the Independent Human Rights Commission, INCHR. Wow, this is coming. It's really, really small. Let me try to adjust it quickly and read it out to you, the public, because the information is that the Independent Human Rights Commission is having a public hearing today, and this public hearing is going to be bringing on board several individuals. So I think as they come to discuss with the Independent Human Rights Commission, we hope that the media will be invited. Yes, we have been invited. We've been invited, and we're gonna grace the occasion. But here is it. Here is what the statement. Oh, this is July. This is July. Let me go back to the main statement. This is not a new one, but it's having public hearing. Even the CDC COP is going to be represented. The SUP party is going to be represented. Um, we're going to listen. We're going to watch and see how this hearing is going to be like. Maybe the commission at the end of the day, after conducting this hearing, is going to do some internal investigation and come up with who did what, who is wrong in this matter, and so. But the bottom line is that we all need to try to protect the peace of this country, and that's why I'm still challenging opposition leaders to condemn Mr. Yeke Konuba. Condemn him. He did not say the right thing. He should not be given a chance to parade such information in this fragile, environment. This is not the time for it. In fact, we're going to election, and someone is telling me that, don't worry, even though we have the National Security Agency or the national security in this country, we are not going to rely on the national security to protect us. So we, the opposition, we're going to formulate our own security. And this one, if members of the opposition do not come up to condemn Mr. Yega Koluba, then they're guilty. They are all part of it. Maybe they are all, supporting him behind the scene. They are supporting him behind the scene that, well, this is what we support. We agree. We agree with Mr. Yeke Koluba, and we want him to formulate this opposition protection unit. If you people do not distance yourself from Mr. Yeke Koluba, then we know that you people don't have interest for the peace of this country, that we have an existing security system in place. Yes, it has challenges, but for a group of people to wake up one day and say, well, we will formulate our own security, we will be able to provide our own protection. I tell you, it's really, really, really is going to be really unfortunate for us to continue with that. I think this is the statement. I was wrong earlier on. It says the Independent National Commission on Human Rights of Liberia says the commission will begin a 2-day public hearing, public inquiry to ascertain the cause, scale, and magnitude of the violence that erupted during the Student Unification Party's SUP Fix the Country protest on Friday, July 26, 2022, in front of the United States Embassy on Benson Street. The Student Unification Party is one of many political groups at the University of Liberia. According to the Commission's recent press release, the public inquiry will start at 11 a.m. at the Commission's headquarters on 20th Street and Russell Avenue in Sinka. It added, the inquiry aims to avert a reoccurrence of July 26 demonstration and establish a civic space for popular participation. The release further said the National Human Rights Institution public inquiry is consistent with the INCHR's statutory mandate to ensure the protection and promotion of human rights throughout the Republic of Liberia. Article 13 Section 1, Article 3, Section 1 provides that the Commission shall have the general competence to protect and promote human rights in the Republic of Liberia, according to the provision of the Act, the Constitution, and other relevant laws of Liberia. The release said, in fulfillment of the INCHR's mandate to promote and protect human rights in Liberia, the Commission has invited to its public inquiry institutions and individuals from the Student Unification Party, SUP, CDC Council of Patriots, civil society organizations, and the Ministry of Justice. Other, Others are Liberia National Police, Press Union of Liberia, and Liberia National Bar Association. According to the release, facts gathered from the inquiry will inform the Commission's recommendations and advise to the executive, legislative, and judiciary branches of government on way forward towards 2023 presidential and general elections. I think this hearing is very, very laudable. It's good that we go on with this. This is a laudable effort on the part of the commission to conduct uh, to conduct this particular hearing, because it's going to help to ensure that people understand what actually happened, who did what, why things went on the way they did, and so on. But let's have a conversation. Let's continue with the conversation interaction with you. Call us on those numbers: 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223, 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223. The numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. This is Sky Money Live on Sky 107.1. And we are here Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 o'clock. We highlighted, the issue involving a politician, the vice president from Paraguay. He resigned his position because the U.S. placed sanction on him. They didn't ban him from contesting election in his country. They only place sanction on him that he is not allowed to enter the U.S. because of significant corruption. The man resigned his post as vice president and he retired from politics. Is it that the Western politicians, they are more morally conscious than African politicians? Because the decision for one to resign from a public office is solely based on moral. Because if you do not have the moral conscience to do so, you're not going to resign. You're not going to quit your position. In fact, you're going to remain headstrong. You're going to ensure that you stay around and fight your way through. And it's really, really saddening. Every time we talk about Africa, we compare, our country with other people, with other nations. This country is doing well. That country is doing well, and all of that. At the end of the day, you see that, the people are doing well because of principles. They're living by principles. Here, we have issues. And the issues we have, we are the engineers of the issues. Issues of making sound decisions about our country, issues of deciding what is right, what is wrong, issues of deciding, how we run the country, issues of deciding how we, relate to our own people, the citizens. But at the end of the day, elections going to come, people are going to get elected, they're going to take public offices. In the end, I was just looking at Sierra Leone a couple of days ago. Sierra Leone has this system where the people gather. The lawmakers only come together during the time of maybe they have a sitting. And everything we see today going in the country is because we give too much rights to people that should be servants instead of leaders. They are servants, yet they should be servant leaders, right? Yeah, the leaders, but they're servant leaders. They should be servant leaders. But we've given them so much authority. Like maybe you say you have a Capitol building. And in the Capitol building, every lawmaker has an office. And there's a chambers. No. Except maybe I'm wrong. But that's not going on over there in Sierra Leone. maybe we need to consider that, listen, instead of us having that capital building sitting over there, it's taking money from us for electricity, it's taking money from us for water, it's taking money from us for maintenance all through the year. Sometimes they find it difficult to provide light. What can we do? Every lawmaker should work from his office, from his district. How about that? The district office. Maybe the government can build these offices. You build, you leave it. Anyone who wins the election, you inherit the office. Except you want to have a sub office somewhere that people can find you, sometimes. The only time you go to the Capitol building, when there's a sitting, maybe you're going to discuss issues relating to maybe ArcelorMittal, you want to go discuss HPX, you want to go discuss about human rights, you want to go discuss the budget and thing, you people gather and sit down. And every time you people go for the sitting, and the lawmakers should be paid by sitting, maybe. Pay them by sitting. Sometimes we need to employ some matters in here, but indeed, we come and sit on our various platforms and highlight these things. The people who are in charge of making the decisions, they decide the best way that it will help them. It will be beneficial to them rather than the public. What's the essence of having these people gather together all the time? They go and sit down. They have their offices. They gather there. We pay them for every time they appear. Every time they sit, we give them something. We give them something at the end of the month. We give them bonuses. We buy them cars. We provide them shelter. I call it shelter because everything you give them is equivalent to even building them a whole house. We give them people, we give them cooks and everything. They have their wives and so, but yeah, we provide them cooks. We pay cook for them. Why do we give too much prominence to these people? In the end, we remain poor. The nation remains poor. The people continue to struggle. When the people steal, they accuse them. None of them have the courage to resign because it's a clique. Let's build it. Let's organize ourselves. As long as we're here, we all seek our individual interest. We're going to go for this break and listen to, my man from Sierra Leone, nothing on the poor, the people that they go that are going to go heaven. Those are supposed to go heaven. Nothing is going to spoil it. Those are going to stay here and go to hell. They're going to go to hell. Some who are not sure, and say some people there's doubt about they are going to heaven. We'll be right back, and after that we recap on the talking points. We'll call it a day today. If there's still people that participate who open the lines, they can briefly to hear from you. This is Sky Money Live on Sky 107.1.
Let's go for the book. Nothing on the puelam. Nothing on the puelam. Nothing on the puelam. Yeah, man. LJ, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Adebayo, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Blacka Christmas, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Musa Tombo, they go heaven. Now for the color. Into myself, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. With the French China Nikki for go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Exalite, they go heaven. Bigger out. LAC, they go heaven. I don't know. We living by His grace, so live the life you love the life you live. Make you not go say if I be no. Now one time man they die, one time man they better. Opportunity come but once. Make you not go say if I be no. You self they go heaven, me self they go heaven. We all they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. If I pay the flight for go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. And next by Kogoma, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. Article fire, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. I know say Fatima, they go heaven. Nothing on the puelam. They say for the Sanko, they go heaven. I don't know.
You know, I don't know how you look for Tanu. But it look like say God get for saw you for money no more. The heaven surprise get for the boy.
They say, lock 'em, lock the gate, Papa God, lock 'em, lock 'em. Good morning. Welcome back. This is Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 o'clock. Today is Monday, the 15th day of August 2022. We've highlighted a number of issues here on the platform, and thanks for your participation. But before we draw down the curtains on today's edition, let's go back quickly and recap some of the things we've highlighted. We give you the itinerary of the president's tour in Montserrat County, and I, said something about it that, sounded maybe jovial, right? Yes, even though most time we are branded as an opposition radio station, but what we have always done and we continue to do is to ensure that we balance the developments and ensure that we bring every issue, nothing is off the table. Good, bad, ugly, we report it. So we've given you the itinerary of the president's tour in Montserrat County. That's a public service announcement that should be paid for. But anyway, we did it free of charge. Though most of the ads will go to, the institutions that government deemed necessary to do business with. Yeah, but that's it. This is Liberia. So the president is continues his tour in Montserrat, and this is the last county. So we talk about that. We also highlighted the issue between now. It's between now. I mean, I say between because the United Party chairman experienced a situation where fire got to his house, burned his car, and all of that. Now the United Party Secretary General came out with a statement, and the United Party, not singling Mr. Amos Twe as being the person responsible for the statement, unilaterally. It's a statement that came from the party, accusing the ruling party, which is the CDC, of masterminding the attack against the chairman. He said even up to the point they went to Banga Bong County for their convention. He saw the chairman of the CDC in Banga Bong County, and even some of the things, the acrimonies that occur in that county were based on the fact that the CDC chairman interfere with he orchestrated the violence in Bong County. So he has no doubt that it is the CDC is responsible for the attack against their chairman. But the CDC also responded to him that there's no way the CDC would carry out such act, because if there's anybody to blame, you should be looking inside of yourself that is in the organization, the United Party, because the United Party, he too referenced the situation in Bong County. Is that the United Party experience, something like confusion in Bong County, and that situation, some people maybe are not satisfied with the way the election went. Maybe some are now fighting the chairman for some reasons. So the CDC said nobody should, the United Party should not blame the CDC for masterminding for whatever thing, that may have happened to their chairman. But they are also calling on the national security to investigate the matter in ensuring that the perpetrators are brought to book. The standard bearer of the party, United Party, Ambassador Joseph Yima Boakai, also spoke about it. He said the people responsible, the technicians, the people who are professional in that area in such investigation should go ahead and conduct the investigation and ensure that the people are brought to book. And we all look forward to doing that, to seeing that. The government also responded, even though the ruling party responded, but the government as an institution responded to the Minister of Information, Minister Ledger Hood Rennie. Minister Rennie said he rubbishes the claims that the government masterminded, or the ruling party masterminded. He said that's not true. Government cannot go on to do such a thing. It is interested in protecting the peace of this country, lives and properties. So it would not be in a habit of burning people's homes. All right. I gave you an analogy of setting a trap in a town where maybe snake, a trap in the bathroom. Way back, stories we heard that this trap was set, snake got stuck in the trap. But before then, Mr. Cat tried informing other animals that let's try and remove this cat, this trap here. This trap is not correct. If we keep the trap, it's gonna be terrible for us. The other animals said, no, we enjoy ourselves. Some people were eating grass all over the place, like Mr. Cow, Mr. Goat, Mr. Sheep. They all were eating, and they didn't have time for what Cat was saying. Cat said, when something happens here right now, nobody's going to come for Cat to kill me. All right. So you people who are big guys here, you people are going to be the one that will come after to make sure that the feast is held. While Mr. Cat was providing the advice, the snake got stuck in the trap. King's wife got bitten by the snake because she had gone to have a shower in the bathroom there. Fast forward, King's wife died. King ordered that cows, sheep, goats be killed. So the advice provided by Mr. Cat was not taken into consideration. When they were being killed, Cat was passing by and teasing them. If we bring up here also, if you people threaten the peace of this country, all of you in authority, you threaten the peace of this country, some of us ordinary people, we may just run back to our villages and sit down in the bushes. Maybe the people may not, right now, God forbid, if there should be any crisis here. I don't think rebels will go in the bushes. Nobody want to go kill innocent people, to go kill innocent civilians. They're not the ones stealing from the system. Even the rebels now, some of them are getting educated. Some of the people who may become rebels are educated. They may be educated rebels. All right. So at the end of the day, they will go for the people that have taken the resources. So if we all tamper with the peace of this country, we do not protect the peace of this country. It's on us, and we'll be responsible for that. So that's why I mentioned about the need for all opposition leaders to condemn the decision of Mr. Yeke Koloba to even talk about forming opposition protection unit while we have existing constitutional security, apparatus in the country. But are they listening? Well, some are listening, some are hearing, but unfortunately, the sad thing about politics here is that nobody wants to condemn somebody they believe shares certain thing with them in common. We also talk about the ANC Youth Wing chair who disappeared and reappeared. The folks said, this from the youth wing of the ANC, they said, well, his family, panicked that his absence, because of his absence, and they informed the ANC youth wing. So the ANC youth wing too thought to communicate with the public and something they put out there. Well, if the public says the action of the ANC youth wing was wrong, said yes, they accept that yes, we erred, but our error was based on caution. We wanted to be very cautious, and I couldn't agree more with the folks from the youth wing of the ANC. Me, I disagree when there's a need, and I agree when there's a need, because right now in Liberia, I usually say to my family, if I stay out late 9, 10, 12, please a call, try my number. If you don't get me, don't just blow alarm, but maybe you can place 1 or 2 calls. Call T Max, call Monty Brown. Well, Matthias has not returned home yet. We don't know what's going on, but that would not be the case. It's very important that maybe even if I do not return home for any reason, maybe I fell asleep somewhere, and I'm not returning in the morning. When I wake up and somebody around the house phone and my phone is off, you place a call. And that's where people have issue with Mr. Morris, that he did not call back. He knows his wife's number off here, but that is behind us already. He's back, he's alive, he's not dead, he's safe and sound. That's what the ANC youth wing reported. We also mentioned about the issue of this Paraguayan vice president who resigned based on allegation level against him or sanctions placed on him by the US. And the US said he's involved into significant corruption. The man resigned from the position of vice president of his country, such a lucrative position. He didn't stop there though. He resigned from politics. Yes, he resigned from politics, retired from politics in his country. So even such a person, if he should go, because the sanction is that he should not step his foot in America. The day he does, he's going to be arrested. In Liberia, how many of our public officials have been sanctioned? How many of our public officials have been accused of corruption? What actions have they taken? Instead, they stay in the public, they defend themselves. They find the organized groups that will be defending them. We don't have time. We have to go. This is Sky Money Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday. And that's all the time we have for today's edition of the program, Sky Morning Live. Join us tomorrow for another interesting edition. My name is Matthias Labindi. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful working Monday.
Too long, we've been in our sleep.
You see, this strike is a gargantuan flux in our helification, and it brings pain like pneumonotra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. As a compost mentis homo sapien, and as a ratiocinative kahuna without any lacuna for mumbo jumbo gobble the gook or ladida, let me emit and disembark some pedagogy while I strongly poo-poo this prepense and finifuga ASU strike. You see, as I confabulate my consensus kibitz in this corero or colloquy, I want to beseech and supplicate that the government should kibosh and kibosh this strike exigently. You see, because whenever I think about it, it disintegrates my hypothalamus and hippocampus, because it is a hodgepodge of wishy-washy humdrum and dilly-dally taradido. We all know that both the government and ASU are pantagruelian kleptomaniacs, and they just want to catching and touching Spondulix and Mazuma. But at this point, the politics is impolitic and monpara. So I urge the governments that in their next indefatigable indaba, they should come to good terms and make sure that there is no further hub, hulabalu, and ignominious imbroglio. Thank you. And I also want to urge you to make sure that you go out and get your PVC.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium and amounting to sadomasochisms. Acrimony and chaos in our community. It was a contumelious stratagem by political jobbers to siphon monies. We suffer what we call political axivia neonantorum. Conclusively, we are a microcosm of the issues in the Niger Delta in the macrocosm. Today, we as a people are stating, voxe populi, voxe Dei.
Its aftermath through theater. And actor Gabriel Byrne tells us about putting his memoir on stage.
People need to hear stories and they need to see their lives